Well, I'm running around today and I'm thinking, my God, we schooled a pile of horses, qualified a pile of horses yesterday, a lot coming up. And I could write you a paragraph or two saying, hey, the horse qualified, good. But I'd rather talk to you, tell you how they went. So for the most part, everybody went good yesterday. One or two went okay. One, I think, had a little issue that we're dealing with this week. So let's get right to it. Fan of the Flames finished second last night. Happy Holidays finished fifth. Both raced really well. Fan of the Flames got 2 seconds in a row now. Now he's in a position where he's got like 20-some thousand made and he's never won a race. It's not the end of the world right now. He gets to race against the cheaper maiden group. Eventually what'll happen is he'll win a race. You know, we'll race him in the numbers or two a little while and then probably sell him, I guess, down the road. There's no rush. There's no plan to do so. You know, Fan of the Flames is slowly beginning to understand what he's supposed to do and how to do it, and did a great job last night. Might have been a short field and a couple made. It didn't matter. The horse raced good. Finished second. Happy Holidays was fifth. As I said, we had a pile qualify in school yesterday, so I'm going to run through them. I'll run through the ones that we did qualify in school yesterday, and then we get a bunch that are ready also, going to be ready, and I'll tell you where they are at right now. Now, right off the top, I'll tell everybody, I get a lot of emails from people saying, hey, thought you said Kevin trained this horse in 2-1 or 2-4, and they're not in to go yet. Kevin, we hire these trainers because they're professional. There would be no point in me hiring these trainers and then tell them what to do. That makes no sense. Kevin does his own thing. He did train a bunch of horses fast, and then he gives them a week to get over that training, and then he brings them to the races, sometimes 2 weeks. So I know everybody wants to see their horses racing, but you want to see them looking good too. And the way Kevin does it is Kevin's way. It's not the same as how Harry or Jason, and they don't do it the same either, or me. But having said that, Be My Delight, perfect example. She looked tremendous. I guess we'll start with Kevin's barn. Be My Delight looked tremendous yesterday. Andre Goyce went with her, and somebody said, who's Andre Goyce? You know, 4 o'clock qualifiers at Mohawk, not a lot of people around. We had a lot of horses there yesterday. James couldn't go with them. I guess there were some other drivers there, but Kevin knew Andre, and I know Andre. He's a good guy. Not what you'd say a regular driver anywhere, but we just needed somebody that would give the filly some experience, run her up the inside, and get her some money, or get her qualified, and he did, and man, oh man, did she look good. Her last quarter had to be 28, 27 and a piece. She was up to the quarter, and I don't know, she easily paced her last 3 quarters in 127, well in hand. Andre did a good job. Be My Delight did a great job. This filly looks tremendous. We're going to race her on the B tracks the first few starts. Then she's eligible to the series. I did put a lot of them in that series at Woodbine in January, and she is one. So for the people that own Be My Delight, she looked some good yesterday. Very, very happy with her. A horse that also looked great, not big news, but looked great, was American League. Left to the front, followed in. Got a little hikey in the last turn. He get out down the lane. He come charging through the middle and finished second in the qualifier. Very happy with what I saw from this horse. Happy enough that I actually said to Kevin, you know, if you want to, you can probably race this horse in the straight now winners of 2 where Boston Glide won. Yeah, Boston Glide won in 158 2 weeks ago, but American League's going to get better and better and better and stronger. Very happy with what I saw. Excuse me. Very happy with what I saw from American League yesterday. Probably one of his better miles. So he's just coming back. Master Saver, he was okay. I had to hold him together a couple of times. I saw him train here 2 weeks ago. He looked great. I would suggest probably he needs shod, some new shoes on, and maybe a little vet work done. He's got some issues, that horse. We gave him time off for a reason. He wasn't just, hey, let's give him some time off. He's tired. It was, let's give him some time off. He needs some time off. And Master Saver, he's a worker. He's a nice horse, and qualified okay. I was happy with what I saw yesterday because I know he'll be better. He's a worker. He won his last start in 59, I think at Grand River or Georgian. You don't have to worry about him. Keep him sound. He'll show you how to get to the winner's circle. I know he didn't win everything, but he likes it. He understands his work and he wants to do it. Exactly what we want to see, and that's why I like the horse. He qualified good yesterday. A horse that looked fantastic schooling was Cruising with Angus. I think I didn't get to go with him. I had another horse in there I had to go with. It's in my barn. I forgot I did have one horse racing. That's going to race. He'll be going to one of the other stables here in a week or so, but I'll qualify him next week. So cruising with Angus, won a mile in 2 minutes, but trotted a very, very good mile and was very strong going under the wire. Phil Houdon went with him and said he was very, very good. Nothing to complain about there. I told you he trained him in 59 here at the farm, back in 2 minutes at Mohawk. Probably qualify him in 59 or 2 minutes next week. Very happy with what I've seen and what I've heard from cruising with Angus. A horse that floored me yesterday, how good she was. Dancing on My Own. Dancing on My Own, followed up with Aged Pacers, 1 mile 158 and a bit yesterday. Very happy with what I saw from this filly. Looked like your left knee was still a little, or her right knee bothered her a bit in the turns, maybe. Nothing major. Again, if I was to critique one little area, I think she wasn't really on a line, but you can see her, she folded up a little gingerly on that right front, but that's just 3-year-old knees, not a big deal at all. Probably put some acid in that knee and she'll be perfect. She wasn't sore, no head nod, no nothing, and finished up her mile very, very strong. So, dancing on my own, impressive schooling yesterday. That's all Harry had over, or just Kevin. Just 5 of Kevin's went over to qualifying school yesterday. Busy, busy day. We had 5, 9, 11. We had about 12 or 13 horses over there yesterday. 5 went out of Kevin's barn. 5 out of Kevin's barn. And for the most part, they all went, not for the most part, they all went great. Master Saver might have been okay, but he had every reason to be okay. Nothing serious, just maintenance. We'll touch him up and he'll be really good. So next was Harry. Harry had some horses I was very concerned with. I didn't know how they'd be because I hadn't seen them. Ready for the Beach schooled, looked good. I know that I didn't go with Ready for the Beach. Jason, actually, this is so short. We had Andre Goyce and Jason going with horses yesterday. Jason went with Ready for the Beach and said that he was good, running in a little bit, but went a really good mile and finished up very strong. Good. That's what I want to see, I want to hear. He's probably going to make his first start in either the condition or the condition claiming ranks in London or Flamborough. But very good, very happy that he looked good. Dewey Ann. Everybody keeps saying, where's Dewey? And we're not really rushing because we don't know what to do with Dewey. Kind of want to breed her. Never wanted to breed a horse before. Well, didn't mean to say it like that. Never wanted to be in the breeding game before. Dewey Ann was good. She went a mile 2.4. Still a little hikey, you know. She's working. She's just such a nice filly. She tries so hard. 2.4 last half in a minute yesterday. Probably just go ahead and qualify her next week. I'd like to see a mile in 2.2 at a Dewey Ann next week, and then maybe hit the B tracks with her. She's a worker. She loves her work. A horse that surprised me a little bit was Quartz Blue Chip. Quartz Blue Chip was great. Quartz Blue Chip won a mile in 2.1. Her own last half probably in 59. Her own last quarter in 29. She gets shuffled back in the last turn. You couldn't see it in the fog. She's got a roller burr on the inside, and she got laying on the pole and then just kind of dropped it neutral and back through them a little bit in the last turn. As they were starting to go forward, she was kind of decelerating, regressing a little bit. But when we come out of the turn, I shook her off that head pole. Usually they'll get on the head pole, lay in it, and then you just kind of shake them off, straightened her head up, got her out of that head pole. Zoom, she took off. She actually paced down the lane pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat what Quartz Blue Chip has been up to. I mean, we were on pins and needles about this filly for a long time. She just looked terrible. You know, she didn't want to do her work. Yeah, we gave her time to grow up, but really, the physical maturity was important, but the mental maturity was so important. She just had a bad attitude, and I didn't see that yesterday. I saw a filly that did her work. She didn't do it fantastic, but she did it. 2.1 last half in a minute. Last quarter probably 29 seconds. She didn't come out 59. She came out half in a minute, but she did come 29 seconds on the end of it, and I thought she looked good. I was happy considering, you know, what she'd been up to and how she looked in the past. Very, very happy with what I saw from Quartz Blue Chip. And then a horse that kind of disappointed me was Linnea. Linnea trained here in 2.4, come a half in 57 last week and looked great. And then threw in one of those qualifiers where she just backed up at the wire. And I don't know. She didn't look sick after, but she was a little lethargic. She was blowing a little bit right until we left the paddock. So Harry had taken her blood, taken a sample of her blood today to have run. We're going to have the vet look at her this week and see what's going on, because that's not normal. Last year it was allergies and sickness. Now, she may be sick. She may very well come back with a high white count and elevated neutrophils and her blood just out of whack. Okay, fine. Forget I said it, because she'll be fine. But I didn't see that white stuff in her nose that we saw last week. I didn't see a filly coughing or seemed mucusy. I just didn't see that. But I did see a filly that was a little lethargic. Maybe she tied up. Maybe she bled a little bit. Could be a million things, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. She's not going to qualify until we know we have her right. And she's there right now, but she wasn't there yesterday. So just a matter of making her proper. I'd fielded some emails from some clients that, geez, Anthony, you said you were going to start her in the condition claimers. We had a lot of money tied into this filly. And I said, I know. And my intention is to start in the conditions if she can do. My only stipulation to Harry, and anybody that goes there, is race her easy, but get her to the winner's circle. I want this filly winning. I want her confidence on top level all year. I do not want to race her over her head because she does seem like a little horse that says she's fast, but when it's time to go home, it's time to go home. There's no 110% effort. And Linnea needs to be in where she can win. So whatever. Yesterday was a bit of a setback, but not a big deal. She's sound. I just saw her at the barn. She ate all her breakfast. She seems sound. We drew her blood. We'll get to the bottom of what went on yesterday. I was a little surprised, but this is horse racing. It'll surprise you. So everybody, I think, for the most part so far, Kevin's barn, Harry's barn, went pretty good. Better than planned, except for Linnea, but it's not the end of the world. We'll get to the bottom of that. She's ready to go, but she will not go until we have her 100% proper. Now, Jason took a couple of horses over when he wasn't busy catch driving. He took a couple of horses over also. Curious Winner made a little break in the first turn, but not a big deal. He seemed a little pacey, James said, and we don't have a lot of weight on him up front. Last year he wore a lot of weight. So I said to Jason, he's making a break in the turns. I saw him train out here good, and then I saw him train a week later, and he was so-so. And then I saw him train last week, and he was great. I said, well, what changed? He said, nothing. Nothing, really. So when you see that change, usually it points to their feet. Now, had he been good 2 weeks ago, a little bit worse last week, and then even worse this week, I'd say maybe his knees are bothering him. But when you see good, so-so, and then good again, I mean, that leads me to believe that there's something going on with his feet. So, Curious Winner, easy fix. Put some bars on his feet, put a little more weight on him, and we'll bring him back and school him next week. I suspect we'll see a mile and 2-1 out of him next week, which would make me happy. Stolen Dance only went a mile and 2-7, but she was really sick, like baby sick, for 3 weeks. She'll be fine. She's maybe 5 weeks from racing. I want to qualify her in 58 or 59 when we qualify her because she's well bred, and I want to make sure that we get good lines on her. So that was it. That was all the horses that qualified and schooled yesterday. Now, we get some horses coming up. Got some horses ready to go here. We have Better Call Mike. Now, Better Call Mike, I thought would qualify yesterday. Him and a couple other ones. But, as I said, Kevin's going to qualify him when he feels he's ready. I know speed-wise he's been ready. So, I would suspect he'll probably qualify him or school him on Thursday. He may take him over Saturday to Mohawk. I didn't get a chance to talk to Kevin himself today. I went through the barn and talked to the grooms, but I never spoke to Kevin. So I don't exactly know what the plan is for Mike. I would suggest that it'll either be a schooler Saturday Flamborough or a schooler next Thursday, but he'll school and then race. He's there. He's ready to go. Holding steady. Another horse that's been fast over this track. I think he'll probably have him schooled or qualified. Probably school him, knowing Kevin, next week, I would think. Road Tripper, I trained him right here 2 minutes last week. And I own most of Road Tripper, so yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, but I trust Kevin's professionalism as a trainer, and if he wants to give him a little more time, so be it. He certainly doesn't have to ask my permission. So Road Tripper, he'll be ready to go next week. I suspect Candy Mac, another horse, been in 2-4 here. I think Kevin will want one extra week with him. Said he was a little weak on the end of it training the other day. The track was very hard, and he just got new shoes on. Sometimes when you trim their feet, they get a little tender in their paws. And I suspect that's probably what went on with Candy Mac. Too Far Gone, she popped a quarter crack, or she would have been schooling yesterday. She'll school next Thursday. Quarter crack is just like a hangnail type. It's not really like a hangnail. It's a little crack that develops in the foot. Sometimes they'll blow a little pus pocket out of there. A little crack will open up in the foot, and it gets up into the hairline, up into the meat of the foot, and it hurts a lot. So what you have to do is take the pressure off that area, one, so it doesn't bleed and it heals up and seals up on its own. Make sure it doesn't get infected. And it's usually a week process, depending on the size of the crack. This filly's been prone to quarter cracks. She had both her front feet had quarter cracks last year a couple of times. So I wasn't surprised when Harry said she popped a quarter crack. We have it under control. I think the blacksmith was there today. Felix changed her shoes around. I would suspect she'll probably school next Thursday. Maxwell Plum, he's probably around a Christmas project, I think, to get qualifying. This horse had a tiny injury left hind last year, so it's not just get him there and get him into qualify right away. Get him there, train him hard, then reassess, and then qualify. So both Maxwell Plum and Lima's Son are kind of in the same boat where they're pretty well ready to go, but we'll probably have them reassessed. And now the problem with Maxwell Plum was couldn't find that issue on that left hind. We knew it was there. We could see it in his gait. We knew it was bothering him, but under ultrasound and x-ray, we couldn't find anything. So I don't think it's a typical, so it's technically not the same as Lima's Son. We found his under ultrasound. It was a giant injury last year, or the start of this year. So they're both ready to go. Lima's Son's going to go up. He'll be next. He'll go up and get that leg scanned just to make sure there's no tiny little tears hiding in there still. If there is, back off. Wait until it heals, because if you try and go with a little tear in there, you're going to ruin them. So Maxwell Plum, Lima's Son, both ready to go around Christmas. Sunshine Inn and Majesty Boy are the last two. Both, again, ready to go around Christmas time. Shouldn't be any problems with them. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 that schooled or qualified yesterday. And then I see another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more that are ready to qualify soon. We just qualified some. Some are racing next week. Pay the Line Blue Chip is going to make her start. There's one, the other filly won, Stonebridge, how's her name? Anyway, she won the Indiana filly. She won and looked good doing it. That's annoying me now. Anyway, she was good. She was a little bumpy in the last turn. You could see that. I think she needs her knees done. We changed her shoes up front. I didn't think she was getting a hold of the track. Maybe, actually, that's a lot. I think she was getting a hold of the track too much. We had a little too much grab on her. Took a tiny bit off. Sure, we need some for the ice, but took a tiny bit off. Work on her knees, work on her feet. Loyal. Jesus, I'm an airhead. Stonebridge Loyal was the winner. Looked great doing it. So that was a Stonebridge Ultra. That was the horse I was talking about. Stonebridge Loyal looked good. Now Be My Delight's ready to go. We, as I said, probably in the next 15 to 16 days, we'll have over 30 horses racing at the stable, or close to 30. So we went from having that lull at sale time and just after sale time to where we were literally only racing the 3, 4, 5 horses. Now we're going to have 30 going. So there's a lot going on, a lot happening. I thought taking 17, 18 minutes out of my day to tell you guys about what was going on that was much easier than trying to write you an elongated, or a paragraph on each horse, because that really means nothing. So for everybody out there, very happy with what I saw. I'll run through again quick. Curious Winner is going to school again next week. Suspect probably around 2-1. Stolen Dance, at least 5 weeks, should be ready to go. Dancing on My Own's ready to go right now. She was awesome. Cruising with Angus was awesome. 2 minutes. Master Saver was good. He's qualified. We'll do some work on him. He'll race next week. American League will be racing next week. Very happy with him. He's going to make his Woodbine. I don't know if it's his Woodbine or Mohawk debut. It might be, but it might not be. I'm not sure. Be My Delight's ready to go and looked tremendous yesterday. Quartz Blue Chip, a little surprising. Happy with her. Dewey Ann, not surprised. She's a worker. Very happy to have her back ready to go. Still see what we're going to do with her. I still have her in my mind to be slated to get bred this year. After the Sebastian case we had, I don't know the crosses. I have to talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about. But if we breed her, then we'll be looking for the proper sire, and we'll go from there. But Dewey Ann, almost ready to go. She's going to qualify next week. Linnea, unfortunately, had a shitty trip yesterday, but we'll get to the bottom of that. Just very tricky. A bit of a Rubik's Cube there with this filly. Bit of a Rubik's Cube. I don't really know what to tell you. She's unique. She's unique. We'll get to the bottom of her. Obviously, what's going on with her is medical. So we will definitely get to the bottom of it. Ready for the Beach, qualified good. Schooled good. He's going to be qualifying next week. He's ready to go. Then we got Better Call Mike, Holding Steady, Road Tripper, Candy Mac, Too Far Gone, Maxwell Plum, Majesty Boy, Lima's Son, Sunshine Inn. A lot going on. That's 19 minutes. Hope you got your money's worth. Anyway, I thought that was easier than giving everybody individual reports. It's not too long, and hopefully you got the gist of it. So, a lot going on. And thank you all. Amy said, she goes, did you put something in your videos about emailing me? Because I got a lot of emails. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So, thank you for the kind messages. It obviously is She plays tough. My wife plays tough and pretends it doesn't bother her. But you guys have seen how hard she works. You can't go from working that hard to sitting in a hospital bed, detached from your family and friends, and not be a little down in the dumps. But she's tough. She's a tough woman. So anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody. I know it's not Christmas yet, but it's a Christmas season. I don't know if you know this, am a Christmas lover. I love the Christmas season. The day after Halloween is Christmas season to me. And kids and I are going to go Christmas shopping this weekend. And we'll be talking to you soon. So it's Friday now. We got Mystical Mission racing tonight. Unfortunately, I don't think you'll get this video before he races. I like this horse tonight. I don't like the track or the weather, but I think this horse is sitting on a win, and I suspect it may come tonight. I hope it does. Anyway, thank you all. Have a great day. Have a Merry Christmas, and we will talk to you soon.